In my first trip to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, I encountered two profoundly contrasting circumstances. On one hand, our car had been confiscated, surrounded and confiscated by child soldiers led by a particularly hostile 19-year-old or so who was high out of his mind, and he was angry and he was asking us, why are we coming in? All the white people have left. Everybody who could get out has left. You're coming in. They were suspicious and certainly hostile. And on the other hand, and this, as Charles von Veek said later, was a prayer-inducing moment. But on the other hand, in the foreground was a sign, and it said, Bienvenue à Lubumbashi, which means welcome to Lubumbashi. Now, this is a mixed message. On one hand, we've got this guy, 19-year-old, running around with an AK-47, telling us this makes me the boss, and he's probably seen more death than all of us put together. And he, on the other hand, there's a sign, welcome to Lubumbashi. And it makes me think of the mixed message that Jesus Christ received, the welcoming committee that he got. You see, he was met by adoring crowds. He was met with people who said flowery words about him, Rabbi, Master, Lord, Sir, good teacher, and so forth and so on. They clamored even to touch the hem of his garment, but at the end of the day, they betrayed him. They conspired against him successfully. They put a crown of thorns on his head. They beat him, they scourged him, they nailed him, they drove nails into his body, stood him upright for what would have been an excruciating death. They, just to make sure, they drove a spear through his side and threw him in a grave and covered it with a stone. Welcome, Jesus, to the world. You see, we're in a world who can give an appearance of hospitality to Jesus, but right under the surface, there's a hostility. And dear friends, the servant is not greater than the master. We too are called into a hostile world that may portray hospitality, but we're called to go as he has gone. As the Father sent me, so I sent you, Jesus Christ says. So after we navigated this situation, Jeff Kasongo, our diplomatic interpreter, got us out of that one, and that was good. And we're going on, and there was a song on the radio in the vehicle, and I'll remember it very well. And through an interpreter, probably it was in Lingala, maybe in Swahili, and it said, we are asking you, they're crying out to God, we are asking you to deliver us. We're asking you to save us. This is a place where 4 million people were killed in 8 years. We are asking you. And in my arrogance, and I was overcome with joy and emotion and humility, because in my arrogance, I imagined that I was bringing Jesus to the Congo. Jesus was already there. And this is the message, dear friend, to me and to you, that wherever the Lord is calling you and me, he's already there. We find this in the 139th Psalm, in fact, and I'm going to pick it up in the 7th verse, and I'm just going to take another minute or two. This is the word of the Lord. Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me. You see, wherever the Lord is calling me, wherever he's calling you, to whatever, to whomever, from whomever, he's already there. This is the great assurance that he'll never leave us nor forsake us, those of us who know Christ. And I want to just close with this thought. When Peter was called by the Lord Jesus Christ, it had been a futile night for Peter. He was out on the sea fishing all night. And I might be speaking, I think I'm speaking to somebody now. And he'd had a futile night, something he was good at, but he was failing at. And he finds himself listening to this preacher, Jesus, and Jesus at the end of the night tells him, launch out into the deep. This would have sounded ominous, frightening, even nonsensical. But he sends him out into the deep. But the thing that everybody misses is, where is Jesus when he gives the command? He's in the boat. He's not sending him out. He's not directing him out into the deep. He's going out in the deep with him. So may I say, wherever the Lord is calling you, whether he's calling you to your family, to your children, to your wife, to your community, to your job, even there, he'll be with you. The Lord richly bless you.